a review. We're going live to talk about Top Gun Maverick. So this is just going to be like my regular reviews. It's just live, and I will keep it up on the channel for people who miss it. I don't know where I'm supposed to be looking because I've flipped the phone here. Am I looking at you? Am I not? Who knows? Let's see if people come in to hear me talk about Top Gun Maverick live. What a film. I think this is one of the best films of the last 10 years, by far. It's shocking that we're capable of this because obviously, my opinion when it came to, a lot of fans, a lot of people know, fans of movies who watch my channel, know that my opinion is that long-awaited sequels are pretty much always bad. I had decided to myself, long-awaited sequels are always bad, because I just thought it keeps happening over and over again how bad long-awaited sequels are. I just thought, I stopped getting angry at the filmmakers and thought to myself, it just can't, it must not be able to be done. It must not be able to be done, because no one can do it. And now I've realised that my anger against filmmakers has kind of come back, because guess what? It can be done. Oh boy, can it be done. Top Gun Maverick is just wonderful. It is absolutely wonderful. It's a glorious piece of work. And you know, it's strange because it didn't take the approach of, hi to the first video, I'm trying something different in this video, just going live for a video for my initial thoughts on the film. It didn't try and do what all the long-awaited sequels try and do. It didn't try and it didn't just say, well, we can't possibly be as good as the original, so we won't try. That's the approach of long-awaited sequels. Tell me if I'm looking at the camera because this is confusing me. I've flipped things. I'm looking at the green dot. Am I looking at you? Does it look like I'm going like that? Yes. So it didn't try and do what these long-awaited sequels try and do, which is we can't possibly be as good, so we'll just try and be a tribute. But this film said, no, we're going to try and outdo the first film, and they do it. Like, it makes me full of joy, but it also annoys me because it shows that it can be done. Long-awaited sequels can be done. I was wrong. And they can be done in the way that I always thought they couldn't be done, which was I always thought, well, they're just nostalgia bait. You can't get excited. You know, it's false excitement is what I used to think. Dear God, it's not the case with Top Gun Maverick. This is an incredible film. It really is. It's a real statement by Tom Cruise that he's still the man. It's a real statement for long-awaited sequels that they can be good. It's a real statement from the director Joseph Kosinski. This is just a cracking action film. It really, really is. And hi to anyone who's just come in. Say hello. What did you think of Top Gun Maverick? That's what we're talking about here. Top Gun Maverick. What I love about the film is Tom Cruise is in the film not as... A lot of these long-awaited sequels, they seem to be ashamed of the old cast members, or at the very least, they think the old cast members can't do it anymore. And that's... Tell me if I'm looking at the camera, because when you go live, it flips, and I don't know where don't know whether I'm doing that. Just so you know. So tell me if I'm looking at the camera. Say hi, people here. Yeah. So it didn't do what a lot of long-awaited sequels do, which is say, oh, well, these guys are too old now, so we'll get rid of the original characters, or we'll greatly decrease their role. Didn't do that. This is Tom Cruise's movie, and it should be, because that's what we remember. This whole thing of recent films, of getting rid of characters and stars just because they're older now, is very ageist and also very silly, because why would you want them greatly decreased? Ghostbusters Afterlife, no need to decrease the characters. Scream, no need to decrease the characters. You know, but Top Gun Maverick doesn't do that. Tom Cruise is the real star of the show. You know, as he should be. I mean, Tom Cruise is such a phenomenon. You know, he's got the best smile in Hollywood. He's one of the most likable leading men in all of Hollywood. And Maverick is one of his most likable characters. And they do the whole end of the road character thing long awaited years later character thing quite well in this compared to others. They don't shit on him. They don't make him rubbish. They don't make him suck. They make him that the people above him want to try and force him out, but his heart is still where it was. So he's not a loser. You know, a lot of these long awaited sequels make the main character a loser. I don't know why they do it. I mean, this is literally prime example that you don't have to do that. So I just really hope that they take note of this going forward, of how you didn't have to do that here. Um, and it's a real kind of character piece for Maverick. You really like Maverick. He's so likable, one of the most likable Tom Cruise characters, I think. And you're rooting for him so much because obviously he's training a new team, and one of the team is the son of Goose from the first film, Rooster, played by Miles Teller, and you're really rooting for that relationship because obviously there's friction there, there's history there, and it's a really nice, well written film in this. Very predictable, but it washes over you in such a nice way. You know, it's nice predictability. This film, it's nice messages. You know, it's very heartwarming in moments, very meaningful in moments. There's a great scene in this between Tom Cruise and Rooster where they're talking man to man, and their relationship builds up in this. They have to gain each other's trust and respect, and it really is a film about that gradual, that gradual build up of a team, and the team are very likable. You know, they bring in new characters here, and they're likable. You know, heaven forbid that you do that. Again, all these long-awaited sequels that bring in new cast members who aren't likable, who aren't good. Gun Maverick just goes, no, can be done. And they can fit in with Tom Cruise, and it works as long as you don't degrade Tom Cruise and make him less. This was just a joy. You know, a great teamwork, chemistry, a great realistic bond, a great slow build to them trusting each other. Each one brings something new to the table. Each one bonds with Tom Cruise differently. And I just, it really is Tom Cruise's movie, man. It's just so nice to see him enjoying himself and investing in a character where he's clearly put so much into this character because guess what? He's respected his character. They've respected his character. And it's just great to see that because we don't usually get that with long-awaited sequels. I don't think anyone has commented. Let me know if you're here because I think I'm live chat. Yeah, no, no one's commented. It is a bit random. I completely done this entirely off the cuff, random, just to try this out, and it's late for the UK audience, so I want to know what's here. But I will leave the video up. It'll be like a regular review, but just upload live. I just felt like doing initial thoughts. And the film gave me a real great feeling of teamwork and a great feeling of positivity and optimism. I was ready for an optimistic film. I also saw Everything Everywhere. I think Everything Everywhere All at Once. Yes, or is it Everywhere? Whatever it is. I saw that before this. That is a unbelievable film, and I will be doing that in a separate video, but I need to collect my thoughts on that. That is just one of the nicest films ever, possibly. It gave me a feeling which was just a feeling of so much joy, and obviously seeing Top Gun Maverick after, which just gave you that real movie joy, that real kind of magical sparkle that you don't get a lot of times in modern movies. But this proves they can do it. This proves they can do it. You don't have to go back to the 80s and 90s to get that feeling. You can do it, Joseph Kosinski creates more engaging action set pieces than a lot of 80s and 90s films. Everyone's going to be okay in this, obviously. They're all going to be okay in the end. But it's heart-stopping entertainment. It is. When you're in that cockpit with the characters, you feel all of the sensations they do, and the fear they do, and the speed, and the momentum, and the just adrenaline. And it's just you don't have to be interested in planes or anything like that. You're just caught up you get invested because it's just such a mind blowing experience these characters are going through, and a life, risking their life for experience. And you root for them so much because their life's on the line, and there's so many moments where they could die in this at any moment, and they won't, but you still feel it fully. You feel it fully. You think maybe they'll die. Maybe the bad guys, everything will go boom. The good guys, everything will go boom, and no one will survive. Of course, they'll survive, but you think that they don't, and that's great filmmaking. That's great when you can still make a film in 2022 where you can have those action set pieces where it's going to end up all right in the end, but you can still make the viewer think, oh my god, these people are really, their lives are on the line. I mean, that's great to have that feeling of real concern for the characters when that they're probably going to be all right, but they make you feel like your heart's in your mouth for their life, and what a great film for that. What Joseph Kosinski does some such fast, but you feel the pace, you feel the speed, you feel, and you think things are going to end in this, and it doesn't. It just, the last sort of 45 minutes of this just cranks up the adrenaline, and it cranks up the atmosphere and the tension, and cranks up. Maverick is so cool in this. You really want Maverick to do well in this. They've done a great little underdog journey for Maverick, even at this stage of his career, to build back up where he has to prove himself again. Tom Cruise is a great guy for that. He provokes so much sympathy when he's on screen, and Maverick is a great character for that because he's a good person, but he's cool as hell. So he's just, you love watching him. You know his skills, but the mission is so dangerous, but Maverick's skills, so you're like, come on, Maverick. It really is that. And again, apologies if I haven't been looking in the camera on this review. I'm confusing myself because of the live, it flips, so sorry about that. But yeah. Oh well, I wish people could have turned up for the live show, but I will keep this video up as a review, of course, so you can obviously comment your thoughts on Top Gun Maverick. But yeah, it was impromptu, this. Let me know in the comments whether, if you missed this, whether you would have come to an impromptu live review after watching a movie. Would you come and watch it? I know I kind of threw people off while doing this, but I just wanted to get my thoughts out there quickly. Such a joy, such a example of this style of film, but such an example of my optimism could maybe come back for long-awaited sequels, or is this a diamond in the rough? But the thing is, it doesn't have to be a diamond in the rough, because it had the balls to say, no, we're actually going to be better than the first film. We're not going to ride the coattails of the first film. We're not just going to kiss the arse of the first film. We're actually going to try and develop on the first film, give it more emotional weight, give it more. Just give it more of a script, more of a believability, and push to actually make a sequel better than the original. Imagine that. Imagine putting that effort in, But yeah, I absolutely love Top Gun Maverick. It was great to see Jennifer Connelly back in a film. I really, really loved her romance with Tom Cruise. They were a great on-screen couple, very likeable on-screen couple. I mean, Jennifer Connelly is just a very likeable presence on film. She always has been. It's great to see her in this, because she should be in more things. And she's just a great on-screen chemistry with Tom Cruise, because she really has been on the journey with Maverick. He's been flawed in his actions to her, but she knows he's not a bad person, so she believes in him, and he wants her back. It's just a nice romance, It doesn't have to be more than that. A nice romance. Just nice little undertones in this. Not overly deep, but enough where you get emotionally invested. Some of the scenes actually do choke you up emotionally. And, that didn't need to happen. They could have just made a rehash of Top Gun. But no, they went, we're going to develop on Top Gun and outdo Top Gun. And all the other makers of the long-awaited movie sequels go, we're not going to do shit. You're fucked. We're not pissed. All we're going to do is kiss the arse of the original and not even put any effort in whatsoever. This film said, no, sod that. We can be better than the original. And now my mindset's completely changed on long-awaited sequels, because they can be better than the original. It is possible. And it's more annoying that it's possible, because no one does it other than this. But what a great film. I had a great fun, joy with this. I really did. It just fills you with great energy and a great feeling of go get it, a great optimism, you know. And I love Tom Cruise. Great to still see Tom Cruise going strong. But yeah, let me know, guys, what you think of um, Top Gun Maverick. This will go up as a normal review. So yeah, you guys can comment after the fact. Yeah, very impromptu, so no one probably knew I was going to do this. Obviously, Jumping Galaxies did comment the money. Oh, hang on. The money is mad. It's staggering. Box office record in 3 days. It's made 330 million. Well, it should. Um, it really, really should. It deserves it because it's just a joyous film. It's a joyous celebration of that sort of film, but showing that it can fit in today's world, showing that Tom Cruise is still bankable, showing that this sort of story can still deliver. I mean, it's just an example of Hollywood needing to actually try. You know, when you try, and it just hit the right beats. You know, just don't be wussing around. If you're gonna do a long-awaited sequel, put the effort in and try and make it better than the original. You might fall flat on your face, but don't just half-heart it and say, "Oh, we love the original." You know, kissing the original's ass. Don't make it if you don't think you can outdo the original, because then you will be. You know, all these franchises, Scream, Halloween, all of them, Ghostbusters. They all sit there and say, "Well, we can't possibly be better than the original, so we're not going to really try." It's like, well, just try at least. Can you list your top three and worst three long-awaited sequels slash prequels? Top three. Jesus Christ. Top would be this. Second would be what my second long-awaited sequel? Oh, Blade Runner 2049. Number three. What do I like? Oh, Bill and Ted Face the Music, I guess, which is all right. It's gone down in my estimation. It's all right. Worst three. The worst three long-awaited sequels are long-awaited. So those ones that come out 30 years. By the way, am I looking at the camera? Just now, am I looking at the camera? Or am I looking like that? Now, am I looking at the camera? Long-awaited worst. Halloween 2018 counts as long-awaited. So I'll probably put. Oh, hi Kieran. You did miss the live review, but it's gonna stay up. It's just impromptu. I decided to just do an initial thoughts on Top Gun Maverick. I loved it. I absolutely adored it. So yeah, if you go back and watch this, it will be up as a video. Top three worst long-awaited sequels. The Halloween ones they're doing now would be very up near the top. The Scream one they're doing now would be very up near the top. What's that? There's so many they kind of blur in now. Probably. Would you call Terminator Genesis a long-awaited? I guess. Yeah, there's just so many now. Like Ghostbusters, terrible. Jurassic World, terrible. Matrix Revolutions, terrible. You know, and Matrix Revolutions is a prime example of that. They obviously sat there and went, "We can't possibly do any better, so let's just it just if you can't, then you are setting yourself up for failure." Top Gun Maverick actually had the guts and the balls to go, "No, we can actually improve on the original." And maybe that's why it's so great, because the original can be improved on, I guess. I suppose if you're going to take on flawless movies like Halloween, but even then, there are great Halloween fan films. There's no excuse. There is no excuse for them to be so shit because you're not willing to put in the effort. But yeah, that's basically the end. Anyone got any questions about Top Gun Maverick? I'd say comment below when you're. Kieran Healy, my fan edit of The Force Awakens is almost ready. It's split into 2 episodes, kind of like 2 chapters. Part 1 ends with Starkiller base blowing up the planets. Okay, good luck with that. I'll be interested in seeing that. Force Awakens is all right. So I guess a fan edit I'd be interested in seeing, certainly. Looking forward to Top Gun Maverick. Yeah, definitely watch it. But I will end the stream there because it is just supposed to be a off the cuff initial video, but it's still going to be a review, so it'll be up on the channel. So everyone who missed it, comment below what you think of Top Gun Maverick. If you're just stumbling across this video, subscribe to the channel if you're a movie geek just like me. And I'll see you guys soon. But one more thing, not even sure if it's an effort thing, more like they're making sequels movies they don't actually want to make sequels to. So just were happy to make a movie. Yeah. And this is not that. This is clearly a passion project. And the thing is, Bill and Ted 3 was a passion project. That's why it's all right. Bill and Ted 3 could have been better. It's all right. But this is a passion project where it's really, really good. So yeah, I highly recommend everyone out there watch Top Gun Maverick. It's a real boost of energy and adrenaline. It's a real rip-roaring classic in my view. It's a modern classic for this sort of film. It really, really is. Shows you can do it again. Shows you can bring back this sort of film. So why not? Okay guys, I will see you next time. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think.